Sam, I've been thinking a lot about my English lately. I can understand most things when I read, but when it comes to speaking fluently or understanding native speakers in real time conversations, I still struggle. I've tried watching shows, reading books, even listening to podcasts, but sometimes it feels like I'm not making real progress. I want to speak confidently, without translating everything in my head first. It's frustrating. Do you ever feel like you're trying so hard and still not getting anywhere?
Oh, yes, I totally get that. I've been through the exact same thing when I was learning French. It's like you're putting in all this effort, hours of listening, reading, memorizing vocabulary, but then someone speaks to you quickly and your mind just blanks. I realized that learning a language isn't only about knowledge. It's also about training your brain to respond automatically. One thing that helped me a lot was shadowing. I would watch videos in French, pause after each sentence and repeat it exactly, copying the pronunciation, the intonation, everything. It felt strange at first, but after a few weeks, it helped my speaking fluency so much. It's like training your tongue and brain to work together.
That's interesting. I've heard of shadowing before, but never really committed to it. I think I've been focusing too much on grammar and vocabulary lists. I can tell you what the past perfect tense is, but ask me to use it in a fast conversation and I'll panic. Maybe that's my biggest issue. I'm too scared of making mistakes, like I want to sound perfect, and when I don't, I just shut down. It's like I'm holding myself back. But deep down, I know that perfection isn't the goal. Communication is.
Exactly, you nailed it. Perfection can be paralyzing. Think about kids. They learn their first language by making tons of mistakes. They say things wrong all the time, and no one corrects every single error. They just keep talking, and eventually they improve. You need to give yourself that same grace. Make mistakes, laugh about them, and keep going. You don't have to speak perfectly to speak effectively. The most important thing is being understood, and with practice, fluency will follow naturally.
That makes sense. I guess I should stop seeing mistakes as failures and start seeing them as part of the process. Another thing I've been thinking about is joining an English speaking group or a club, but I keep hesitating because I'm worried I won't understand everyone or I'll say something wrong and feel embarrassed. Some native speakers talk so fast, and they use slang or idioms I've never even heard of. It's overwhelming sometimes.
I completely understand. But joining a group can be one of the best decisions you make. You'll be exposed to real, unscripted language. Yes, people will speak fast, and yes, you'll miss some things, but over time, your ears will adjust. When I joined a French discussion group, I was lost for the first month. I barely spoke, but I kept going, and eventually I started picking up expressions, the rhythm of speech, and even humor. It takes patience. Also, it's okay to ask people to repeat or slow down. Most people are kind and willing to help if they see you're genuinely trying.
I like that idea. I guess being consistent is more important than being comfortable all the time. And you're right. Most people are supportive. I think I'm just too caught up in my head. Maybe I should start small, like journaling in English every night. That way, I can get used to forming thoughts in English, even if I'm not speaking out loud. I've also been thinking of reading out loud, just to improve my pronunciation and rhythm. It feels awkward, but I can see how it might help.
That's a fantastic plan. Journaling helps you become more fluent in expressing your thoughts. And reading out loud is great for pronunciation and confidence. You'll notice your speaking becomes smoother over time. I also recommend recording yourself. I know it feels weird listening to your own voice, but is super helpful. When you listen back, you'll hear where you hesitate, where your pronunciation is off, and where you sound great. It's like giving yourself feedback. Do it once a week and you'll see improvement in just a month.
Hmm, I never thought about recording myself. That's actually a really good idea. I guess it's like being your own coach. Another thing I wanted to ask you about is vocabulary. I feel like I learn new words, but then I forget them quickly. I've tried using flashcards, but it doesn't always work. Do you have a better way to remember and actually use new words?
Oh yes, flashcards are helpful, but not enough on their own. You have to use the new words in real situations. Let's say you learn the word enthusiastic. Don't just memorize it. Try to use it in a sentence immediately. Write it in your journal. Use it in a voice note. Look for it when watching shows. I also keep a small notebook where I write new words and make 2 to 3 example sentences with each. And every week, I try to use those words in conversations, even if it feels forced. The key is repetition and context. Words stick when they're tied to real experiences.
That's a good strategy. I've been collecting new words but not really using them. Maybe I should stop treating vocabulary like a checklist and start treating it like a toolbox. Use the tools as I need them. You know, now that we're talking about all this, I feel more motivated. I think I just needed to hear that it's okay to struggle, and that fluency is more about consistency than talent.
Exactly, Aaliyah. Language learning is like building a house brick by brick. Some days you lay 1 brick, some days 10, but the point is to keep building. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going and celebrate the small wins. Did you speak for 5 minutes without stopping? That's a win. Did you use a new phrase correctly? Another win. These little victories add up. You've already come a long way, and you're just getting started.
Thank you, Sam. This conversation has really helped me shift my mindset. I'm going to start journaling tonight, and tomorrow I'll try some shadowing with my favourite show. Maybe I'll even record myself. It's time I stopped being afraid and started being proud of the effort I'm making. I might even find a speaking partner online and schedule weekly chats. Who knows, maybe one day I'll help someone else the way you've helped me today.
That's the spirit. And trust me, you'll get there. You're already doing the hard part, caring enough to improve. Keep the momentum going and don't hesitate to reach out if you ever feel stuck again. Language learning is a journey, not a race. You're going to do great.